God damn, that's a lot easier than T7.
Welcome back,
All right,
watchers
good.
of the YouTubes. That was Dad and his girlfriend Marty. Today we find ourselves at what is officially called the Ross Creek Trail Riders place of riding, but ever since I was 6 I've just known this place as The Lease. So here we are back at The Lease after not really having ridden in about 10 years on a proper dirt bike.
Charlie, you're looking at a happy man.
As you can tell, it's so wet out there that I'm having a miserable time. Back to what I was saying. I can't remember the exact age I started riding out here, but it was around 5 or 6. But I do remember it was on an old Suzuki RM80. And every year since around about when I was born, the club has been putting on enduros of around 85 or so miles each year. Now they've branched out into Baja races, and where I'm at now is a sprint race, which is essentially loops around 3 different sections of the course. So really the purpose here is for me to look like I'm going and marking trail, but I can't out myself, as you can see here, and giving directions where I'm getting lost myself. So that's why I have the backpack on the front and looking like I'm doing official business when I'm really here just to have a piss load of fun.
It is a little bit wet out there.
It's really hard to pick a favorite part of this lease to ride on, but I have to say Radio Tower Hill section is one of my favorite parts of this lease, which is where we've rejoined the loop here for a bit more rocky of a ride. If I've never mentioned it before, this white boy can't jump. It's quite possible this backpack is half my age. Pretty much everywhere out here is wild game. So come to find out, there's camels that roam these ranges, And those camels seem to love these arrows, so we're putting up a few more arrows for the race tomorrow.
Zebras! 2 zebras! Hold every day, you see a zebra on the trail, hey!
Where it's tassel time. Tassel time is when you and a group of other riders. Tassel time is when you and a group of riders head out about 45 minutes before the loop closes to make sure everybody's gotten out okay and nothing's gone wrong, and yada yada yada. The section of trail we find ourselves on today, to start out with, is called the exotic section, which is a slight step up from the stuff we saw on Ross Creek with regards to rocks. Most things here are with regards to rocks. There's a section called Oh Hell and Busted Ass Acres, both of which I rode and are fun as shit back in the day when I was 15 years younger and about 50 pounds lighter. After recovering the rider and getting back on his way to camp, one of the two-strokes in the sweep group was having a hard time getting his bike started. Luckily, he was able to bump start it going down and then back up this crazy lip thing here. here's where the sprint race for me would end, as I sat with a gentleman down here whose wheel had come off and rim had wrapped around the axle. But stay tuned in for next time, because by then I will have gone through all 128 gigs worth of Moab footage. And I've gone through some of this. The videos do not do it justice. This was a spur of the moment, oh no, the Alpine Pool got snowed in, let's just go to Moab, which was the most amazing decision.